Ducks. So many ducks. Hello, Shellschlock. Hello, Game Club. Game Club, I hope your power came back on. Dr. Doobie, let's just say it's a good thing I'm wearing the brown pants. Strategery. That would be cheating. And then I'd have to act surprised, and, it's not fair for the people who paid for it.
Travel reads the card of a man, a knight without armor in a savage land. His vast gun for hire heeds the calling wind. A soldier of fortune is the man called Paladin, Paladin, where do you roam? Paladin, Paladin, far, far from home.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Special Unlit. I thought I had everything together tonight, and then as I hit the go live button, I realize that I don't have the website prepped for the changeover to the new table. So I'm gonna vamp. Snoogans and salutations, Mr. Pendragon. That's because you had the right idea knowing I was showing up. Don't worry, I got everything set. It just might be a delay from after I tell you what the new table is to when you can post scores. I might need like 2 minutes. I'm trying to awkwardly log into my laptop one-handed over here. Normally I have it like all staged and ready to go so I can just hit the button and it changes over. And this time, I messed up. I shouldn't say this time. I mess up a lot. Don't. Alright, we're going to play a Batman game. In lieu of a pre-show, I just like the word snoogans. I don't know why. Everybody likes the word snoogans. It's probably because of the static from the beard. It very well could be. So in lieu of a pre-show, I am going to play one final game of Batman that counts for nothing. But all weekend long, I was either running to the bathroom, otherwise distracted, and I didn't really get a real attempt on this table. So I'm going to play one game. I'll give people a moment to come in, get settled in, and then we'll go over this week's table. Oh, and of course the standings. Yes, it's too late to count. It counts for nothing. This is purely for my own pride. This is going to be an actual attempt. My wife and I are also arguing, is the Fugelheim German or Russian? I'm going with German. Game Club says German.
Isn't that cute? But it's wrong!
It's very wrong. Gramps double confirms it is German. I'm assuming since it's a museum, it's a person's name. Be curious to find out if it's probably Austrian just to be difficult. You're not wrong. And I should just be, you know, shooting the Fugelheim non-stop right now. But that would mean I have to get control of the ball. It's Canadian? No way. So here's my fun Canada story of the day. Oh, that is my alarm to go take my socks out of the dryer. I wish I were joking. Hang on, I gotta shoot the Fugelheim before I reach for my phone. Damn it. Resistance is Fugel. No, so my wife and I are watching a Canadian cop show called Rookie Blue because the US version of The Rookie is loosely based on that, as well as a real person. It's kind of like a hybrid of that show and its own original story. It's more like loosely inspired. But we've been watching this Canadian cop show, and we really like it. And so I reached out to Really Baked today, and I was like, I need you to find me more Canadian cop shows. And I want deep Canada. Like, I want it to sound like they're in Saskatchewan. I want to feel cold watching it. And instead of laughing at me, he gave me some suggestions. So we'll be starting north of 60. Canadian cop rock, of course. You better fall back in there and give me the 2x. Hang on, I missed what you said, Origins. Still can't believe that's what you hear. Fugelheim?
Garbage man! I had nothing to what, huh? You think you're something? Hey, what? Hey, there! Hey, what's the matter
It's
with you?
Canadian,
Oh.
just not a cold, like, title. "22 minutes. Noted. Hudson and Rex. I don't know that one. I will add it to the list. For this supposed to being my like comeback, one attempt, feel better game, it went south in a hurry. But I can't say I was interrupted by anything except for Canadian cop shows. Wow, not even 8 million. That's right, there will be a VPN Hub News special edition following this show. There's a running bit in 22 Minutes where one cast member plays a cop who's always encountering the same pair of stoners, and it's effing hilarious. Alright, I'm in. You have my attention. Alright, let's see. What are the standings for Batman? Coming in first, Ed Grayson with 158 million. Dyson Tim, second place, 109 million. Kent Ian, third place, 106 million. Harry K, fourth place, 85 million. Schmog, fifth place, 69 million. Nice. Little Mini Mart, sixth place, 54 million. Shellsblock, seventh place, 47 million. Elsmed the Butler, 8th place, 43 million. Nice job on the name, Smedley. I appreciate it. Solid Snake, 9th place, 37 million. Empty 9, 10th place, 33 million. Dead Man's Pence, 11th place, 32 million. The Eternal Grimmy, 12th place, 31 million. Myself in lucky number 13 with 26 million. Nodrak, 14th place, 21 million. Pinball Gramps, 15th place, 16 mil. DJ Defrag, 16th place, 15 mil. 17th place, Mrs. Bryguy, 14 mil. Gerard, 18th place, 10 million. And Nelson PJ in 19th place with 9 million. I lost the clap. There it is. Hello, Hollywood. What did I have for supper? I had pizza rolls and nachos with leftover taco meat. Which was probably a terrible idea. Dropped my laptop charger. Ooh, fried clam sounds awesome. Whoop. This is the other laptop that has the score sheet. This is the awkward part where I need to figure out how to log into this so I can actually change over the table for you before we show you what we're playing this week. Awkward silence. Ordering pizza and wings. I want a pizza and wings. I'm so tempted to play one more Batman before we have to make it go away. Because I know I can do better. But that's not why you guys are here. You guys are here. Whoops. That is the wrong button. I'm sorry. That is Shellschlock's anime person. My apologies. You guys are here for this.
Halloween's coming, Halloween's coming. Skeletons will be after you. Witches, cats, and big black bats. Ghosts and goblins too. Meow, 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 go the witches' cats. Ooh.
Michael Myers murdered his own sister in cold blood. But it was 15 years later, on Halloween 1978, that the legend of the Myers murders was born. Having escaped protective custody, Michael returned to Haddonfield, where he brutally massacred the occupants of a neighborhood home, leaving teenager Laurie Strode as the sole survivor.
There's no boogeyman, and if you don't stop, I'll just like have to turn off the TV and send you to bed.
Where did it happen? That's right down the street. Sally, I can hear the sirens coming.
And the guy got away.
The multi-ball, it's lit!
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, turn off the lights.
That's right, this week we'll be playing Halloween. And I swear I'm working on getting the website changed over. This is the one thing I forgot tonight that I know of. There's probably more, but this is the I love this table, but I haven't played it since last Halloween, and I remember nothing. So I'm going to treat it with any table with an upper play field. I'm going to try and keep the ball up top as long as possible.
Moments ago,
The
police
multi-ball,
reported that
it's
Michael
lit.
Myers, formerly Patton Field, who fled the Smiths. It's time. Michael.
Wait for the boom. Go!
Get back in there and get back on that telephone. Tell them exactly.
So, as you saw there, as the ball was draining, I hit the Magna save, which fired the gun. You can see how many bullets you have in the center of your, or in the, between the flippers, or just above the flippers in the bottom part of the playfield. There's a readout that tells you how many bullets you have. You can use your Magna save to fire the gun to shoot the ball upward. Does that work for you? Hopefully. Does it work for me? Almost never. It did not work, Shellshot. It fired the gun.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights.
The sound design on this table is amazing.
The multi-ball is lit.
Yes! I do live, Mr. J. I'm still wearing my brown pants, but
Police reported that
I
Michael
live.
Myers, formerly Patton Field, who fled the Smiths.
Your patient, doctor. Precautions weren't strong enough. You should have told somebody.
I told everybody. Nobody listened.
I even took a work call today.
Hey, babe. So,
You know, it's Halloween. No, God, I guess please, no, no, no.
That is also my reaction when anybody brings me a tape measure.
It's time. Michael.
Pants and work on Sunday? What is the world coming to? I know, right? That is so. Pinball FX Open Challenge tomorrow is going as planned. I remember we were playing Monster Bash as one of the tables, and I have to look to see what the other one is. But we are clear to go for that. The rest of the week, I will probably be a little scarce. I have some traveling as well as a big go live at work. So if you don't see me around, even less than usual. Oh, that's right. Yes, Really Baked. We were playing Indiana Jones first, Monster Bash second. It's a Williams night. And that will be tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
That girl, that girl, that's Michael Myers.
So many things, Shellschlock. Pretty much it is the clearing of all of my projects so that I can go to Expo. Teams? I wish it was just Teams. It's a whole new domain. New ERP, yeah, we'll throw that in there too. I'm not going to post the score just yet because I think I can do better. Although I probably should to get the scoreboard switch over.
An hour ago, I stood up and fired 6 shots into him. He just got up and walked away. I am talking about the real possibility that he is still out there.
So, still PeopleSoft, Mr. J, but big refresh.
Death has come to your little town, Sheriff. You can either ignore it or you can help me to stop it.
If you know someone who needs workday help, I would take the side work.
Some kind of joke. Trick or treating. You don't know what death is.
It's time, Michael.
Listen to me, we've got to assume that Michael Myers is still alive.
Will they take PeopleSoft experience, people?
Where were you? I went to the Myers house. I found the car. He's here. Where? 3 blocks down. You go around the back of the houses. I'll watch the front.
It's time, Michael.
Alright, I might have been wrong about that first score. That might be the best we get. Damn. This table is murdering me. No pun intended. Oh, I'm fully aware of the history, Mr. J. Workday is just as old as the non-compete after the sale of PeopleSoft to Oracle. Like, probably within 90 days.
Everybody's all weirded out tonight. All this Michael Myers crap.
Alright, that 440 was looking pretty good. So I'm going to post this score. We'll get the scoreboard switched over, and then we'll see if anybody else has posted a score and likely done better than me. I didn't think about all the music in this table. It's probably going to get muted out in the stream. That's okay. You guys are here live. That's the important part. Woohoo! Score has been recorded. So the link will get you the table shell shock, but I have to push the button if you want to see the scoreboard. I did that on purpose in case I didn't want it to give away a table. This isn't the VOD? I mean, it seems like it because I'm not very animated, but no, this is live.
It's time, Michael.
Sometimes it just feels good to fire the gun, even though it isn't going to save you. We live in amazing times. We certainly do. speaking of amazing times, thank you for everybody that was here on Friday night for the One Chip Challenge. We raised $1,407 for charity on Friday night. For those of you that donated, don't worry. I will be getting you your personalized thank you notes, hopefully by Tuesday night, but I haven't had time to go through all the donations yet. I apologize. Normally, I'm pretty quick about sending out thank yous and emails. But that means we are at $2,700 for Helen DeVos Children's Hospital here. So I greatly appreciate all the support. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, you can follow the link in chat and find more about our charity campaign. That page also has the replay of the One Chip Challenge from Friday night, and it will be there. It'll be on YouTube forever, but it'll be on that page through tomorrow night. I'm not gonna lie, since I have a lot of nights that I'm working late this week doing Go Live, I'm kind of tempted to show Halloween on Pinball Macabre. Update the tournament stats, let people compete for top slasher, and just do a little Halloween marathon, but I'm not positive. Hey, I say JP pin I saw JP pin at Costco today, the scaled down version. I did like it a lot, a little smaller for 5,000. Yeah, so the Jurassic Park home pin was Jack Danger's first table.
It's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking.
And even though I own the full-size regular Jurassic Park Pro, I wish I had the home pin. But I think the first thing I would do would be put a larger back box on it. I often joke that when my wife and I were looking at Jurassic Park tables, I wanted a Data East or a home pin, and we got the Pro. But I sold off on that. I also like the standard one, but I have a lot more fun with the pin, and I don't know why. Maybe because I'm better at it? My phone is bigger than the DMD. Yes, I want to say it's a 5-inch DMD on the home pin. That's why I would replace the back box. I grazed the ball. How many plays on JP? On my JP, it's still less than 1,000. And that's even after it was taken to a tournament. Our Jurassic Park is the one they played at Pinball at the Zoo this year. And it still has less than 1,000 plays. I would like to play it more, but with the Jurassic Park being on the first floor of the house, it's really hard for me to play because I don't get home until close to when the kids go to bed. And I don't want to keep them up all night. Hey! I used the gun and I saved it. You like my shirt? I was gonna wear Gordon's Game Club Central hat to go with the shirt. And he was concerned when he saw me walking with it. Even though I have a Dragon's Lair 2, I still kind of want a 1-up Dragon's Lair.
The gunshots you ever heard or start the track meet from local high school.
Yet one night in 1963, Michael Myers did murder his sister in that
Just because
bedroom
I'm a fanboy.
on Halloween.
I was gonna say, I had heard that 1-up was having some difficulties, but I thought that had to do more with licensing. Their prices have certainly gone up, and people are still paying it.
I haven't done anything. You let him out? I didn't let him out. I gave orders for him to be restrained.
They have new leadership now, and the old guy started a new arcade company, 1-Up Legend. Uh-oh. I still can't believe in all the time I've played this table, apparently 746 is my high. I swear I broke 1,000,000.
For 15 years, sitting in a room, staring at the wall, not seeing the wall, looking at this night, inhumanly patient, waiting for some secret, silent alarm to trigger him off.
Haddonfield have just made the grisly discovery of 3 bodies in the upstairs bedrooms of this house.
I love the slashing sound effects when you hit the pumpkin drop targets. I'll hammer on this table tonight. Very cool, Mr. J.
He came home.
So my goal is, since next week, you know, we'll be into October, my goal is to pick spooky tables until Halloween. We'll see if we get there. Eligos, how are you? Did anybody finally create a thumb drive so you didn't have to use a computer to use OTG on the Legends? That I don't know. I do know that they have an update for the... I've seen a couple of YouTube streams, and I believe Todd Russell has shown some of the VPX standalone on the... not the 1-Up, but the Hack Games on the 4K. That looks promising.
This house. It appears that the murders took place sometime early this evening. Authorities have confirmed that all 3 of the victims are teenagers.
The multiple is lit.
There. We've had 2 successful running guns tonight. And I still got 3 bullets left. Since it's standalone, it's going to be non-pup.
No, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Trick or treated to death tonight. You don't know what that is.
Power of nudge! Damn it!
Listen to me, we've got to assume that Michael Myers is still alive.
I scared the cat with that one. She's asleep on my back box. She'll likely be jumping down and scaring the hell out of me at the worst possible moment.
Police in Haddonfield have just made the grisly discovery of 3 bodies in the upstairs bedrooms.
Boogeyman can always count on money. Well, I'm here to make I'm not about money.
Repeating for those of you who just tuned in, 3 people are dead as a result of an attack by an escaped mental patient. I understand we're going to stay on here now.
I shot him 6 times!
6 times! I shot him 6 times! I feel like I really want that blinking stand-up candy corn, but it looks like it's going to be death. No! Wasting bullets. Alright, 223.
Can I get your ghost, Bob?
Alright, 320. Can I at least do better than my current high score? So for me, 445,000 is the score to beat. Go thriller. I don't consider it horror compared to the movies that Marty streams. Halloween is a classic. Definitely genre defining. If you're looking for a sappy Halloween intimidator, or not intimidator, yeah. So there's a movie with Chuck Norris called Silent Rage. You can watch it for free on Tubi. It involves Chuck Norris as a police officer hunting down a genetically modified serial killer that seemingly cannot die. If you're looking, if you've watched Halloween 27,000 times, watch Halloween again and then watch Silent Rage. Just for the laughs.
The multi-ball, it's lit!
You stay with me and shut up.
What's funny about that, Smedley, is I swear during one of my 24-hour streams when I was playing Halloween, I swear that I broke 1 million through some miracle. But apparently 746 is it. So for our Halloween fans, how did we feel about the new trilogy of Halloween movies? The ones that ignored the 12 million sequels that came out in the past 3 or 4 years. Halloween... Was it Halloween... It's Halloween, Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends? Alright, I need to limber up. This game might actually turn into something.
The multi-ball is lit! That was a short-lived multi-ball. For me, the most is just too graphic and violent. Yeah, the new Halloweens, the sequel trilogy that ignored everything except for 1 and 2 is definitely way too violent. But I enjoyed it still.
I'm very particular about scary movies. There's movies like this that I enjoy because there's some element of campiness to it or supernatural. And then there's movies like Paranormal Activity where I'm just like, nope, it's not happening. I'm a firm believer that I have a limited number of heartbeats, and I try not to accelerate going through them any faster than I have to.
I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?
I think I just beat my high score.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him tulips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
I can't wait to see what some of the big scores are this week, though. I'm kind of excited.
Snoochie boochie noochies.
Ghost Flipper, snoogans, and salutations. Ghost Flipper, soon to be Grandpa Ghost. Grandpa Ghost.
The multi-ball is synced.
The Haddonfield just made the grisly discovery of 3 bodies in the upstairs bedrooms of this house. It appears.
That is not the saucer I wanted. I wanted the multi. Oh, that went fast.
We've got to assume that Michael Myers is still alive.
Bye-bye, ball.
Moments ago, police reported that Michael Myers, formerly Pattonfield, who fled the Smiths Grove Warren County Sanitarium last night, was believed to have burned to death.
Let him out. I did. His own goddamn doctor.
Don't let your kids watch it!
This is not going to be one of my finer games. We might get some Ball 3 voodoo.
Now, Doctor, I'm just about there. What? The point where I stopped taking orders from you.
Creeping up, Mr. J. Check scores in just a moment.
Shot him 6 times.
Think I'm lying, Sheriff?
I think you missed him. No man can take 6 slugs.
I told you this isn't a man.
It's not a man.
Listen to me. We've got to assume that Michael Myers is still alive.
Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
It's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking. Be in front of your TV sets for the Horror-thon.
Grammy with the 444. Nicely done.
Look out! Slow down! Right. Over there. Look.
I should have handled it, okay? Michael Myers.
Oh,
And get back on that
did
telephone.
that to myself.
Who walked out of here last night and tell him exactly where he's going.
Oh, terrific. I have 3 choices.
Terrific.
Kids sleep, listen to Linda screw around, and talk to you.
Ah. 3 successful uses of the gun tonight.
Listen to me. We've got to assume that Michael Myers is still alive.
What have you done? I haven't done anything.
You let him out!
Sometimes I just like to shoot the gun because it makes me feel better.
Halloween, happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy
Let him out. His own goddamn doctor.
Damn you! If you joined us late and you're curious how Batman went this week, here are your Batman standings from the Data East Batman that we played last Sunday to today. I think I got one more, maybe two more games in me, and then I think Game Club Central is going to do a special version of the news. So Marty, if you're out there, this is your 5 to 10 minute warning. Took the top slot.
What have you done? I haven't done anything. You let him out? I didn't let him out. I gave orders for him to be restrained.
Oh, Mr. J's got a target on him. 1.2 million. I swear I've crested a million in the past. Not much more than that, but I swear I did it. But the NV RAM generally doesn't lie.
It was a pretty quiet town before tonight. The only gunshot you ever heard start the track meet for local high school.
Yet one night in that...
Mr. Pendragon, Marty has a special edition of VPN Hub News. I believe it's going to go over some of the new tables released this week. Not like a premiere, just general coverage, but I could be wrong. I really don't know. It's a surprise.
All right, Sheriff.
But that is my guess.
The primary gun...
They should have handled it more.
He's in the hospital somewhere.
It's time, Michael.
Don't oversell it. I didn't think I was overselling it.
The multi-ball, it's lit!
Shot him 6 times.
Think I'm lying, Sheriff.
I think you meant it. Get on that radio and get out.
Talking about him like he's some kind of animal.
He was my patient for 15 years. It became an obsession with me until I realized that there was nothing within it.
Haddonfield was a pretty quiet town before tonight. The only gunshot you ever heard were to start the track meet for local high school.
Where did it happen? That's right down the street. Sally, I can hear the sirens.
The guy got away.
Billy, the boogeyman is out trying to talk.
The forcing of the multi-ball to be, you know, on both playfields at once is just evil. Kind of love it.
The multi-ball, it's lit! Multi-ball is lit!
Gramps went night-night. I don't blame him. I'm gonna go night-night in a minute. I'm tired.
Repeating for those of you
And I'm regretting my dinner choices. The one chip is still not settling.
Well, you gotta look. I don't know. Neither do I.
Don't forget, tomorrow night we'll be playing Indiana Jones, The Pinball Adventure, and Monster Bash for the Pinball FX3 Open Challenge. Got to bring up Marty Cam so I can see if he's in his countdown. I'm praying we don't crash, lose power, or internet. I mean, that happens. Oh, it says while Game Club Central is out, watch me. Did you do any prep for the one chip? Take some Imodium in advance? I did nothing. I even had tacos for dinner like a moron. Spicy salsa, the works.
Reservoir Road, they had a break-in at the elementary school.
Come on.
Wednesday, we're playing Fishtails and Theater of Magic. Aim for the magic trunk. Yes, ma'am. Wednesday, of course, will be over on Game Club Central's channel.
All right, Sheriff. Whatever you want.
I believe we have Pandemonium over at Pirate Bones Ninja on Tuesday for Pinball FX, but I am not positive. Pirate has had some general life events recently that has made his streaming schedule difficult, but it is my understanding we'll see him on Tuesday. But don't quote me on it. Keep your eyes peeled on the Discord.
Can't do that. I've got orders.
Those orders have changed.
Dr. Loomis.
Dr. Loomis.
I should have handled him okay.
Need to refresh the page so I can see the Marty countdown. Sounds like I'm slaying pumpkins left and right, but my score is not reflecting that. Alright, 5-minute warning on Game Club Central, so we'll get a few more games in, and then we'll go see the news.
Haddonfield is a pretty quiet town before tonight. The only gunshot.
All right, Sheriff. Whatever you want. The primary concern is that we stop him.
So much for a multi-ball.
Kids playing pranks, trick-or-treating.
All Williams all week.
I have a feeling it's way off.
That's what I like to hear.
I should have handled him.
Although I'd like a little Gottlieb in there. For those that don't know, the VPW Street Fighter 2 dropped today. Highly recommend.
His own goddamn doctor.
But you say still haven't installed, like it's more than 9 hours old. Like, it's not like an old classic that... I mean, it is an old classic, but you know what I mean.
Haddonfield thinks his place is haunted.
Procrastinate until tomorrow. Well, savor it. You will enjoy.
The boogeyman is outside. Look.
I haven't gotten a chance to flip it a whole lot yet. I basically set it up, and then my kids were like, there's a Street Fighter pinball table? And then I didn't see my cabinet for 5 hours. And then I needed to start setting up for tonight, so...
It became an obsession with me until I realized that there was nothing within him, neither conscience nor reason, that wasn't even remotely human. Listen to me, we've got to assume that Michael Myers is still alive.
Whew. For all the marbles. I'm coming for you, Mr. J. It's a VPW table, Mr. J. It's NFOSI. No!
I don't know. Neither do I.
Mr. J remains victorious. Lethal Enforcers.
Give him two lips like roses and clover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights
Probably help if I take the picture first.
I'm so alone. Don't have nobody.
NFuzzy, yes.
Please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him the word that I'm not a rover. Then tell him that his lonesome nights are over. Sandman, I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. Please turn on your
Where was it?
oh, Mr. Sandman, bring me a
There it is.
Mr. Sandman,
Yes?
bring us a dream. Give him a pair of
Marty will be live in about a minute, so we're going to switch over to there, but I wanted to go over the scores. Mr. J is the Sunday night current leader, so that's the score to chase. Mr. J has a target with 1.2 million. A very impressive score.
would be so peachy before we're too old. So please turn on your magic beam.
I'm trying, though.
Mr. Sandman, bring us, please, please.
I appreciate everybody hanging out. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow for the Pinball FX3 Open Challenge. Please enjoy Halloween. And let's go say hi to Game Club Central. Have a good evening, everyone. Awkward silence while I find the credits. There it is.
Flippers twitching, lights are flashing, bells are ringing in your head. Bumper popping, scoreboards popping, weekly glory on the net. It's special when lit, the tournament, we're champions.